Hello, it's Rebecca and today is another book review day and this is my 34th book that I have been reading for the 2015 Reading Challenge. I will put a little link down below in the description box to explain what the challenge is about, but basically it's to read 52 books over the year, with each book coming from a different category. And the book that I've been reading this time comes from the category of a play. And I have been reading Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett. Now, before I start, I will say that I did do a little bit of a cheat on this, and I will explain why. But I will read you the blurb on the back if I can read it. They've decided to put it in very dark writing on a very dark background. Bear with me. Okay. Oh my goodness, I can't read this. Nothing happens, nobody comes, nobody goes. It's awful. This line from the play was adopted by Jean Anouilh, apologies if I've said that wrong, to characterise the first production of Waiting for Godot at the Théâtre de Babylone in 1953. He went on to predict that the play would, in time, represent the most important premiere to be staged in Paris for 40 years. Nobody acquainted with Beckett's masterly black comedy would now question this prescient recognition of a classic of 20th century literature. Apologies for my bad reading there. It's very difficult to even see. Look, you can't even see what it says. Anywho, I did cheat, like I say, a little bit with this one. I find it very difficult to just sit and read a play. We had to do it at school, and it was very, very tough jumping between character and character. So what I did was, as you can see, I do have the book and I did read the book, but I also watched the play alongside on YouTube. And I read along as the play was happening. I did start reading this just from the book, and I just got very confused. Who's speaking? So watching the play while reading it did really help me understand, and bits that I'd read just from the book weren't as funny or as sad or as emotional as they were when watching and reading, and I understood it a lot better actually seeing the characters act out, perform, give the different tones of voice and that kind of thing. So I hope that still counts as reading, because I did read it. I did read the words in the book while the play was also playing in my ears, and I kind of switched between having a look at the words and having a look at the actors. Because unless you're actually performing a play, just sitting and reading it is very tough. So, this is a play that I had heard of. I studied literature, you can't help but have heard of it, studying literature, but never read it, never seen it performed, didn't know anything about it. And oh my goodness, is it peculiar. There are 5 characters. There's Vladimir, or Didi, and I don't know how to pronounce this. It's either Estragon or Estrajon, and he's otherwise known as Gogo. Then there is Pozzo and Lucky, and a young boy. And Gogo and Didi are the main characters, and they are the ones that are waiting for Godot. We don't ever find out why they're waiting for him, who he is, what his purpose is. And the conversational interchange between Didi and Gogo is just peculiar. They don't really talk about much. This is a play where nothing happens. But it is so fascinating. They are like bickering children. They're adults, but they kind of bicker like kids, and almost like siblings, kind of fighting with each other. And I don't know. It's so strange. Didi appears to be the smarter one of the two, although both of them aren't particularly smart. He seems to be the one that pays attention to things. He recognises things. He notices things that are going on. Where Gogo, either he just has a terrible memory or he doesn't pay attention to things. He doesn't know what happened yesterday, even though the same thing happened yesterday that is happening today, but nothing jogs his memory. He doesn't remember anything. And while Gogo and Dee Dee are waiting for Godot, two men appear. One, Pozzo, who has Lucky, another man, on a leash or a lead. He has a rope tied around his neck and he shouts commands at him, and Lucky obliges. If Pozzo wants food, Lucky gives him food. If Pozzo wants to sit down, Lucky gives him a stool. And again, the conversational interchange between these characters is peculiar. There's no other word for it. There's no, I don't know, logical stream of consciousness. There's no kind of beginning, middle and ending. There's no understanding. There's no explanation. It's just very strange. Then Pozzo and Lucky, after a really peculiar scene, go off, and a little while later a young boy comes along who works for Mr. Godot, and he comes to tell Dee Dee and Gogo that Godot can't come today, but he will definitely be here tomorrow. And so tomorrow the men turn up and almost the same things happen as yesterday. Slightly different, but almost the same. And still nothing happens. Still these two men are bickering and discussing the same things, and it feels as though they've been friends for about 50 years and every day is the same. They discuss the same things and get frustrated with each other and don't remember things, and I don't know. I'm glad I read it, and I'm glad I also watched it as well. It is very enjoyable. I can't deny that it is very enjoyable. It's funny, it's sad. It really makes you think about things in a really, it's so weird. I can't fully explain, like other plays that I've either seen or watched. It's a story. It's just an acted out story. Whereas this one doesn't really have a story. There's nothing really to hang your hat onto. It is just bits and pieces of strange conversation, strange characters, strange things happening even though nothing happens. But I just wonder how long these men have been waiting for Godot and how much longer they will wait for him, because they seem to want to. They've got a need for Godot to come, and I wonder if he ever will, and I wonder if these men will ever receive or experience whatever it is they're looking for in life, because they just seem to be wandering aimlessly with no real idea. And that's how I feel after having finished it, is I have no idea. But it doesn't feel out of place. It doesn't feel wrong. It feels like there is a purpose for this. I don't know what it is, but I don't feel like I wasted my time. With some things I've read and I've just gone, I have no idea what's going on, and I feel like I've wasted my time, but this feels profound. I have yet to work out what it is. I may need to read/watch it again, but it is thoroughly enjoyable. Really, really good. But I would advise not just sitting and reading the play. I would advise either going to the theatre to see it or watching a video of the play being performed as I did. I'll put a little link down below to the performance that I watched, just in case you want to watch it. It's an hour and 40 minutes, so it's not a lifetime. It's the same as any film. So give it a go, but I really, really liked it. So if you're interested in any of my other book reviews, then please subscribe to my channel. I put new videos out every time I've read a book. I occasionally give out writing advice and share my own writing and writerly world. So if you're interested in reading and or writing, then please subscribe, and I will see you soon. Have a good day. Bye-bye.